Hi guys! Today I'm going to be going through this portrait that I did in Faber-Castell pastel pencils and Conte Paris pastel sticks on Clairefontaine pastelmat paper. For the pants, I started off with the complementary color and orange color for the shadows. And then I went over top with a lighter blue color. And then for the darker part of the shadows, I went over top of that with a darker blue. In the beginning, I'm just marking out the general shapes and basic shadows of where I want everything to be. And then later I'll come through and I'll do the final details later. After the pants, I start working on the shirt. I use gray and a lighter I guess purplish brown color to mark the shadows on the white part of the shirt. And then I use just a basic blue color for the stripes. And once I have the position marked in and blended out, I'll go over with a darker blue just to better define those striped areas. If I left the stripes just one solid color, it would make the form look really flat. So I want to make sure that I have better definition in the stripes and in the white portions of the shirt. After I've gone through with the dark blue pencil to define where the shadows are on the stripes, I'll use a white pastel pencil to add some highlights on the stripes as well. So we have the mid-tone and then the darker shadowed areas and then the highlights. I go through and add a little bit more definition to the pants and then the hooded part of the sweater, and then I come on to do the cap that he's wearing. So I start off with a darker blue underneath, and then I come over top of that with a orange tan color, a little bit of a creamy yellow, and then gray to desaturate the color a little bit. I blend everything out, and then I add some light blue to the shadowed areas. For the face, I start off marking in where the shadowed areas are going to be. I'm starting off a lot darker than I need to go, and then I'll come on top with the mid-tone color. Once I blend that out, it's going to lighten everything up, and then I'll come over top of that with more lighter colors and just build up the layers like that. So we'll start from very dark to the mid-tone and then to a lighter color. And then I blend everything out several times. Once I get to a point where I am not seeing the white of the paper anymore, then I'll come through with darker colors in some of the shadowed areas and better define those darker shadows. I'm leaving the eyes until I've got the skin basically where I need it to be, because I don't want to be trying to blend out the skin underneath the eyes and then blend some of that darker color into the skin tone. I mean, you can fix it very easily with pastel, at least a lot more easier than you can with other mediums, but why do more work than you have to, right? Once I've colored in the eyes, I have a better judge of the value of the face, so I can adjust the shadows in some of the areas. There's a little bit of a bluish color for the skin tone, so I'll add that in a few areas on the face. And then once the skin tone is completely finished, I go over top with the little hairs that are coming out underneath the cap. The hands are the same as the face, so I do the darker shadowed portions first, come over top with a mid-tone color, and then I come over top of that with the lighter highlights. After I have the general color marked in, I come through with sharpened pastel pencils and better define the edges. The sharper your pastel pencils are, the less fuzzy your lines are going to look. So it's really important to keep them sharp in the last stages when you're adding those finer details. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to keep up to date with all my latest work. We'll see you next time.